Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly thrilled to have you here today. We are going to dive straight into the viral controversies surrounding one of the world's most famous and honestly most talked about monuments, the Taj Mahal. If you've spent, even 5 minutes on the internet recently, you've likely seen some absolutely wild claims circulating about this historic site. So today, we're going to break it all down, step by step, using actual baseline facts.
So let's just start right here with the million-dollar question that is plastered all over social media. What is really hiding behind the walls of the Taj Mahal? Are there hidden idols of Hindu gods locked away in the basement? Is the monument hiding some dark, suppressed history? Or what about those gruesome stories of severed hands? There are literally even rumors out there that these locked doors are hiding cheap petrol and secret employment opportunities. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. We're going to tackle these sensationalized rumors head-on.
Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today. 1. The true origins. 2. Behind 22 locked doors. 3. The temple conspiracy. 4. The myth of severed hands. And 5. An architectural marvel.
All right, let's jump right into part 1, the true origins of Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. Before we can go busting any myths, we really need to understand the actual foundation of the Taj Mahal. The real historical picture kicks off back in 1612, when the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, whose real name, by the way, was Khurram, married his chief consort, Mumtaz Mahal. Now, according to court historians, sure, Shah Jahan had other wives for political alliances, but Mumtaz, she was his true confidant. She went everywhere with him, from diplomatic missions to actual military campaigns. Tragically, though, in 1631, Mumtaz died from a postpartum hemorrhage while giving birth to their 14th child. Shah Jahan was absolutely paralyzed with grief. To honor her, he decided to build this unparalleled final resting place. By 1633, official documented records show he acquired the land from Raja Jai Singh, and, contrary to the rumors you might hear of a forced takeover, Shah Jahan actually gave Raja Jai Singh 4 whole palaces in exchange for the site. From there, it took 22 years to complete the whole shebang.
22,000. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is the staggering number of laborers, masons, and artisans who worked every single day for 22 years. They hauled white marble from Rajasthan, jade all the way from China, and sapphire from Sri Lanka, using over 1,000 elephants to transport it all. The sheer logistical scale of this undertaking is just absolutely astonishing.
Moving right along to part 2, behind the 22 locked doors, fact versus fiction. You've definitely scrolled past headlines about a recent court petition demanding that 22 closed rooms in the Taj Mahal be forced open to search for hidden Hindu idols. But guys, there is a massive divide between internet rumors and structural reality here. On side A, we have the viral claim, hidden idols locked away in secret basement rooms. But on side B, we have the reality provided by the Archaeological Survey of India, or the ASI. And the reality is, those aren't actually 22 individual secret rooms. They're just part of a really long arched basement corridor.
The ASI literally had to come out and formally clarify exactly why these doors are kept locked. First off, ASI staff actually access these corridors routinely, like every week or two, just to clean them. Second, having underground structural support corridors is completely standard for Mughal architecture. You can see the exact same layout at Humayun's tomb in Delhi. Finally, think about it. The Taj Mahal gets over 100,000 visitors a single day. The ASI cordoned off this basement area simply to prevent wear and tear, mostly because there's absolutely nothing down there for tourists to even look at. In fact, just to definitively put an end to the debate, the ASI released public newsletter photos showing their staff doing routine restoration work inside these very corridors. Myth busted.
Okay, part 3, the Hindu temple conspiracy, unpacking Taj Mahal. So these modern petitions we just talked about, they actually stem from an older, incredibly persistent rumor. This claim that the Taj Mahal wasn't built by Shah Jahan at all, but was originally a 12th or 13th century Shiva temple called Taj Mahal. But looking at the official record here, following multiple court petitions over the years, the Indian government, the Union Cultural Minister, and the ASI have all firmly and officially stated that there is zero historical evidence supporting this temple claim. They've gone on record in Parliament and in court rulings confirming what we already know. The Taj Mahal is a tomb, not a temple. So where on earth did this Taj Mahal theory even come from? Well, it all traces back to one guy, P.N. Oak. Now, he wasn't exactly a peer-reviewed historian. He was more of a self-proclaimed enthusiast with a, let's call it, highly imaginative methodology. For example, get this.
Oak claimed that the Vatican was actually a Hindu temple, just because the word sounded a bit like the Sanskrit word Vatika. He claimed Christianity was actually Krishna Niti, derived from Krishna. He even claimed Abraham came from Brahma. And yep, as you might guess, he used this same word association logic to claim the Taj Mahal was an ancient Hindu temple. He literally just tried to rewrite history based on words kinda sounding similar to each other. Honestly, this whole situation is a fascinating masterclass in how misinformation spreads. It starts back in 1989 when P.N. Oak publishes a fabricated pamphlet titled Taj Mahal, The True Story. Then, decades later, with the rise of social media, this completely fictional story enters what we affectionately call WhatsApp University. These claims get forwarded thousands and thousands of times until people genuinely start to internalize them as suppressed history. And eventually, these forwarded texts leap from our cell phones right into the real world. They become the basis for actual legal petitions, which end up wasting highly valuable court time before judges finally dismiss them. It's a pretty alarming look at modern media literacy for sure.
All right, on to part 4, the myth of severed hands and examining the logic.
This brings us to another massive rumor. It's a rather gruesome one that's even been repeated by politicians recently. The story goes that after the Taj Mahal was completed, Shah Jahan brutally chopped off the hands of all 20,000 workers so they could never build another marvel as beautiful as his. Now I want you to just pause and think about this logically for a second. How do you logistically sever 20,000 hands? Did it all happen in a single afternoon? Did 20,000 laborers just politely wait in a massive orderly queue for their turn to be maimed? Excuse me, sir, my turn to lose my hands. If they had a daily quota, wouldn't the workers at the back of the line just, run away? When you apply just basic Socratic questioning to this viral claim, the sheer logistical absurdity of it becomes glaringly obvious.
But actually, scratch the logic for a second. Let's just look at the hard evidence, which shatters this myth entirely. If 20,000 people lost their hands, archaeologists would have found mass skeletal remains, right? They haven't. There is zero mention of this in any contemporary texts, court records, or even the journals of foreign travelers who visited during that era. But here's the absolute best part. Shah Jahan built a massive settlement for these workers called Taj Ganj, and the descendants of those exact artisans still live and work there today. Furthermore, right after finishing the Taj Mahal, those same workers immediately went on to build an entirely new city, Shah Jahanabad, which is modern-day Delhi. And let's be real, you can't exactly build the Red Fort and Jama Masjid if you don't have any hands.
Finally, part 5, an architectural marvel, moving past the noise.
So let's just guide ourselves away from the debunked WhatsApp rumors and move past the noise to the undisputed reality of what this structure actually represents. People project a lot of meaning onto the Taj Mahal. Take these two contrasting poetic views, for example. The poet Shakil described it as a majestic symbol of an emperor giving the world a true symbol of love. But on the flip side, the legendary poet Sahir Lujanivi wrote that it was a display of wealth to ridicule the affection of the poor. That leaves us with such a wonderfully nuanced perspective. Is it a testament to eternal romance, or is it a monument to staggering imperial excess? Now that is a real, valid historical debate actually worth having.
But regardless of how you interpret its social meaning, the baseline facts absolutely remain. The Taj Mahal is an undisputed masterpiece of Mughal architecture. It is an official wonder of the world, a strictly protected UNESCO World Heritage Site, and quite simply, a proud gem of India that draws millions from across the globe. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. We live in an incredibly fast-paced era where a fictional pamphlet from the 1980s can literally become a viral legal battle today. So the question is, are we going to let fabricated viral rumors from WhatsApp University overshadow our genuine historical marvels? The next time you see a sensational claim online, remember the locked basement doors and the logistics of those 20,000 severed hands. Just take a brief moment to critically evaluate the source before you hit forward. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning everything, and I will see you next time.